Hey there, it's Leslie from Leslie's Cookies and Treats, and today I'm going to make the tape measure cookie from my free Toolbox Father's Day class. You can find it on my YouTube channel, and you can find the plans for this toolbox on my website. So all of the supplies needed to make this toolbox and the cookies are on my website at l-treats.com, but here I have these baked tape measure cookies, and I'm just going to use my toothpicks to make a circle in the center of the cookie. And now that I've traced my circle with an edible marker, I am going to go ahead and do the little button part of the tape measure here, and then I will flood in the top part of the circle with my yellow royal icing. My icings are all in a 15-second consistency, and I'm going to outline and flood it in with the same consistency, and then immediately go ahead and pipe the bottom part with black royal icing in a 15-second consistency, because I want this to be a wet on wet effect, and I want the surface to dry as one solid surface with no separation between the two colors. And I'll use my scribe to help settle the icing down as needed. And again, I want a wet on wet effect here, so I'm going to immediately take my yellow icing and pipe a yellow oval. I'm going to write Dad in this area once the cookie has completely dried. So I set my cookie aside to dry for about 20 minutes, and now I'm going to go back and outline and flood in the rest of the cookie with gray royal icing. And I'll use my scribe to get the icing out to the edges and to settle it down and pop any air bubbles. Once it dries completely, I'm going to take some silver edible paint and paint all of the gray areas, because I want this to look like a shiny tape measure like you would find at the hardware store. And I'll let that dry for about 10 minutes before using some black luster dust along the edges. The silver edible paint dries pretty quickly, so you can work with it again pretty soon. And then I'll take my black royal icing and I'll outline the center circle. I'm going to do that pretty slowly. It's sped up here, but I just went slowly and took my time and tried to stay right on the edge. Next, I'll write number 1 in the center of the yellow part, and I'll use an edible marker to write Dad in the little oval at the bottom. And this cookie is done. Make sure you let it dry completely. It looks really cute if you put it in a toolbox like I did here. This toolbox is completely made out of cookies, and I have a free tutorial on my YouTube channel for how to make this, and I have a workbook that will accompany that with all of the measurements and specs and information you need at my website at l-treats.com. You can find the link for all of that in the description and also in my bio. I hope you found this helpful, and let me know what cookies you make for Father's Day.